Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to take a look at the earth-shaking immense power Super Saiyan Goku, the latest Carnival LR to come to DBZ Dokkan Battle Global as a part of the Path to Power celebration, it seems. But yeah, basically he's the latest Carnival LR. And he looks pretty good. He's a 200% Battle of the Wits category lead. He is pretty solid in terms of passive. I think Battle of the Wits, yeah, obviously we got Piccolo recently, but I still think getting Goku's nice. It gives us now some very solid diversity in leads, which I think is good overall. He's got Ki +5, attack and defense of 150%, Superclass allies Ki of 2 and defense of 50%. He reduces damage received by 30%, has an additional attack and defense of 15% with each attack received up to 75%, and an additional Ki of 2 starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. He will also foresee enemy super attacks within the character's attacking turn from the next turn onward, after he receives his 10th attack in battle, and an additional attack of 50% and launches an additional super attack when activating the active skill, or when Ki is 24, which is, as you can imagine, pretty important. So it's pretty important to get his 24 Ki. This will enable him to not only be much better offensively, but also defensively. His 18 Ki raises his attack and defense for one turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy, and raises superclass allies attack by 50%. And his 12 Ki just raises his attack and defense. They do have an active skill, or he has an active skill, which massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and within the turn activated, all attacks become critical hits, and all allies get Ki +5 for one turn. His link skills are Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, which is a very good link set. And because it's just Goku, it's not on joined forces, but it is Accelerated Battle, Battle of Wits, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parents and Child, Connected Hope, Earthbred Fighters, Goku's Family, Kamehameha, Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyans, and Turtle School. Because I do not have Goku, I was not lucky enough to summon him. We will be using two different friend versions of Goku for this video. The first one is 55% in the Hidden Potential system, the second one is 79%, which is 2 dupes. Both of them are the friend lead, so that's a 200% leader skill. And we have 170% leader skill in the form of Strength LR Vegito. And that is that. So let's take a look at his numbers, and right off the bat, pretty solid. 200% defense, which is pretty good. He does have support from the MVP 17, and we will be activating the support from the Paikuhan with getting the type orbs. So you're going to see that rise to 213,000. We don't have any major links active, but the links are not so important for Goku. The only real important one is probably Prepared for Battle, due to the fact that Ki is very important to him getting his additional attack. So Goku looks pretty good. We're going to take a couple attacks here before we fire off our own. Goku will take 2 of them, and a pretty solid starting point in terms of attack stat. Over 6 million, a very, very good solid foundation. And after he took his attacks, he'll have a pretty sizable defense of around 260,000, which would have raised on top of that due to his super attack. And then he also would have had, well, yeah, his 30% damage reduction. So overall, a pretty good looking unit. I think there's nothing wrong with this unit in any way, shape or form. I think Goku is just a very, very solid Goku. And I think at the end of the day, that is basically all I'm really concerned about. Whenever you get a unit like this, the questions are always, how do they fit in? What slots do they fit in? Goku isn't necessarily a first slot tank in a sense that he doesn't have guard, he doesn't have some of the true staples of being a first slot tank, but the defense is high enough that you can definitely warrant using him in the first slot for a vast majority of content. If not red zone itself, and his capabilities that he gains also helps him. His defense scales really nicely after taking a couple hits. He also has very, very solid capabilities like forcing super attacks, additional super attacks. He's very solid. So So we can see here, pretty good stuff. We're going to see a better attack stat as well. We will take a couple more hits beforehand. So that's going to give us 4 out of the 5 stacks, 6.7 million. Very, very solid here. And some good looking numbers. Actually, I think that 3 out of the 5 stacks. So with another 2 stacks, or 1 more stack, so that was 4 out of the 5 stacks. And yeah, obviously with that 5th one, we would have got 2 additional ki, which is great. Would have really enabled us to fire off additional super attacks. And of course, we also had the really, really awesome capabilities of, inherently having some really strong defense after super. So looking really solid, I want to say. Obviously, we're not looking at huge levels of defense. We're not looking at 700,000 or anything like that. But Goku is very, very, very solid. Incredibly solid, actually. So I personally am very, very happy with his overall performance. Defense can get up to a 425% total boost, which is really, really solid. And you have to remember, he's also providing 50% defense to the rest of the rotation, which is something you can't measure. You can of course measure it technically if you go and do the maths for each unit, but 50% defense is very sizable, and the 2 ki as well is also very solid. Makes him a great pairing partner for a ton of units. So Goku looking very, very good. I actually really like him, and with the AGL Gohan's EZA coming up, Goku is looking like a very, very viable unit for the vast majority of teams. As long as you can get Goku to do his thing, as long as you have a unit that can enable him to just sit pretty. Best slot would be second slot for me. Fantastic second slot tank. But if you just want Goku to sit pretty, I think you can. I think you'll be solid enough in the first slot. At 55%, I think you definitely are pushing the boundaries probably of how well he can tank. But yeah, the only real issue that I have is he's very limited to pairing partners under his own team. So for example, if you run 2 Gokus as Battle Wits leads, you're basically stuck with linking him up with Int Vegito or with Strength Vegito, which you can see me doing here. The thing is there's not a lot of super strong, super Saiyan units that are, how I can say, available under the Battle of Wits category, and this does cause some problems for the most part. The reason being is, to cut it short, is that Goku's link set strongly favors Super Saiyan Gohan or Super Saiyan Teen Gohan kind of units. He's got Kamehameha, Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan units. So a lot of the Android Cell Saga Super Saiyans, Broly Super Saiyans, a lot of Saiyan Super Saiyan units are going to be the best linking partners for Goku. And the only real 2 options in the Battle of the Wits for that are Vegito based duo cards or Vegito transformed cards, which isn't a big issue. It's not to say that he's got terrible partners under his own lead, it's just that he does not have access to his top performing partners under his own lead. But we can see Goku looking very solid defensive wise. He's building up his stacks here very easily, and Goku's starting to look really good. 8.2. This is obviously with 2 dupes, so you can see that sizable difference between a unit that's got a couple dupes and a unit that doesn't. The rate at which the attack goes up, the total attack stat, and the defensive stats all just looking really, really impressive. Now Goku's best linking partner is Super Saiyan AGL Gohan. They share perfect links, so they're really, really they share perfect links. And Gohan with his EZA is incredibly solid as a first slot defensive unit. Pairing him up with the Strength Goku basically gives you an incredibly powerful rotation. So if you're someone who's very big on using AGL Gohan, or you're someone who's super big on using Strength Super Saiyan Goku, you probably want to summon on banners that will give you the other unit, because you're going to see a vastly improved performance should you do so, just due to the fact that both of them pair up so incredibly well. It makes it very intriguing a partnership to kind of run together. So I do suggest that if you are someone who's interested in running units at their max power, the Super Saiyan Gohan and the Super Saiyan Goku combo team is pretty close to what you're going to get in terms of full power units and just how they perform, basically. But yeah, Goku is very, very solid. We can see here again that defense is very good. Remember also, when he fires his super attack, that defense will go up quite substantially, which is very important. It does help out quite a lot, and with the defense going up and with getting his 24 key, you're guaranteed 2 instances minimum of that raising defense, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when your unit is carrying such a high start of turn passive defense, it does tend to add up quite a bit. Now Goku, for his, to speak plainly, I think one thing I will admit and one thing I will kind of discuss, I do think Goku does have a limit, very similar to the AGL Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. 30% damage reductions, not super huge, and compared to the damage nullification that effects like God have on units, 30% damage reduction is not something that's going to stop everything. For example, if Super Saiyan Goku takes a super attack from a time disadvantage unit, even at fully built up stacks, even after firing his super attack, he still could take in red zone 500k, 400k. Like when we try him out against Broly in the red zone, you could see him take a sizable chunk of damage. I think that's okay. Goku can still survive through a lot of those super attacks, and yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's a small complaint. A lot of units cannot survive type disadvantage super attacks at any point in red zone. Goku not being able to survive one is not the end of the world by any means. So yeah, but Goku looking very good here. This is the absolute best turn we're going to see, of course. Fully built up, support on the rotation, good links active, and 11 million. Very, very, very impressive. So yeah, Goku looks good. I don't think you needed a rocket scientist to tell you that, but it is pretty nice to see such easily accessible numbers, not to mention the additional utilities that he provides the rest of the team. In terms of build, you definitely want to go for a full critical build on this unit. It's 100% going to be the best use of your time and best use of your build on this unit. But yeah, so Goku looks really solid, but his link set is where you need to kind of be focused. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power are all very solid links. Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan are very commonly found in conjunction with each other, especially in the Android Cell Saga era, but Prepared for Battle is going to be your main focal point. This is his only key link, and the importance of key for this unit, even though he has so much key baked in, cannot be understated. The guaranteed additional super attack dramatically changes how this unit looks and also dramatically affects your build. The ability to consistently hit his 24 key changes the fundamental offensive nature of the unit. So for me, I personally think you obviously need to make sure that you have Prepared for Battle and potentially Golden Warrior to maximize his key. Now in terms of units, the only big main kind of thing to consider when you're building for this guy is that he's obviously a Super Saiyan Goku unit, and Super Saiyan Goku units cannot link with other Super Saiyan Goku units, so you're not going to get a lot of luck if you try to link up this Goku with, say, another Goku. It's not going to end up happening, and it's not going to end up working very well at all. But other than that, Goku has plenty of great linking partners, a lot of them being Gohans, Super Saiyan Gohans, Super Saiyan Goku Gohan combo cards, and just in general any Goku that has the combination of Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, and Kamehameha, which, to cut a long story short, is most of them, and if they don't have that, they'll have Saiyan Warrior Race. He also surprisingly links up pretty well with the Broly units, which is obviously always something that's nice, and always represents that parallel between Goku and Broly and how they function as units. But yeah, overall, I would say that the link set is pretty good. It's a very common link set. Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power are not links you're going to struggle to get at any point in time. All of these links are easily accessible. There's plenty of teams you can run Goku on, from Super Saiyans to Goku's Family to Kamehameha to Pure Saiyans to Turtle School, Battle of the Wits, Accelerated Battle, Bond the Parent and Child. All of these you can run him on, and he should be added to most categories afterwards. The only real shame is that he's not on maybe Joined Forces or Movie Heroes. I am aware that Hachiak was a special, a TV special, much like Trunks, or was more a game special, I guess is the best way to describe it. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I think, even being on crossover maybe, or something like that would have aided this Goku, just to give him one or two more categories, or the ability to gain further categories down the line. But you know what, at the end of the day, that's all okay. I think overall Goku is very, very good, and for me personally, I think he's an exceptional unit even at 55%, but just at any stage in the hidden potential system. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.